On glancing over my notes of the 70 old cases in which I have during the last 80 years studied the methods of the French Sherlock Holmes, I find many tragic, some comic, a larger number merely strange but none more place for working, as he did rather for the lover of his art than for the achievement of health. He refused to associate himself with any investigation which did not tend towards the usually, and even the fantastic, of all things varied cases. However, I cannot recall any which present more singular features, that which was associated with the well-known Surrey family of the Roulots of Stoke Moran. It was early in April in the year 1803 that I woke one morning to find Sherlock Holmes standing, fully dressed, beside my bed.
Very sorry to knock you up, Watson, but it's the common lot this morning. Mr. Hudson has been knocked up. She retorted upon me, and I on you.
What is it? Then a fire?
No, a client. A young lady who insists upon seeing me. She's waiting now in the sitting room. Good morning, madam. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am glad to see that Mr. Hudson has had the good sense to light the fire. I observe that you are shivering.
It's not cold which makes me shiver. It's fear, Mr. Holmes. It's terrible. Do you think that you could help me, and at the last straw a little light through the dense darkness which surrounds me?
Holmes turned to his desk and, unlocking it, and drew out a small case book which he consulted.
The very horror of my situation lies in the fact that my fears are so vague, and my suspicions depend so entirely upon small points.
I'm all attention, madam.
My name is Ellen Turner, and I'm living with my stepfather, who is the last survivor of one of the oldest Saxon families.
The name is familiar to me.
The family was at one time among the richest in England. However, the family reign was eventually complete by a gambler in the days of the Regents. Nothing was left save my stepfather, seeing that he must adapt himself to the new conditions. Obtain an advance from a relative, he beat his native butler to death and narrowly escaped a capital sentence.
When Dr. Hoylott was in India, he married my mother. She had a considerable sum of money, not less than £1,000 a year. Shortly after our return to England, my mother died. She was killed 8 years ago in a railway accident near Crewe. My sister died just 2 years ago, and it is of her death that I wish to speak to you. My stepfather learned of the engagement. She offered no objection to the marriage, but within four nights of the day which had been fixed for the wedding, the terrible event occurred which has deprived me of my only companion.
It seems to me to be a most dark and sinister business.
Dark enough and sinister enough.
When you combine the ideas of whistlers at night, the presence of a band of gypsies who are on intimate terms with this old doctor, the fact that we have every reason to believe that the doctor has an interest in preventing his stepdaughter's marriage.
But what then did gypsies do?
I cannot imagine.
I see many objections to any such theory.
And so do I.
Which of you is Holmes?
My name, sir, but you have the advantage of me.
I am Dr. Grimsby Roylott of Stoke Moran. My stepdaughter has been here. I have traced her. What has she been saying to you? I will go when I have my say. Don't you dare to meddle with my affairs. I know that Miss Stoner has been here. I traced her. I am a dangerous man to fall full of.
Where does that bell communicate with?
It goes to the housekeeper's room.
It looks newer than the other things.
Yes, it was only put there a couple of years ago.
Your sister asked for it, I suppose.
No, I never heard of her using it. We used it always to get what we wanted for ourselves.
It is not even attached to a wire. This is very interesting. You can see now that is the fastness to a hook just above where the little opening for the ventilator is.
The least sound would be fatal to your plans.
We must see without lights. We would see it through the ventilator. Do not go asleep. Your very life may depend upon it. Have your pistol ready in case we should need it. I will sit on the side of the bed and you in that chair.
Suddenly, there was the momentary gleam of lights up in the direction of the ventilator, which vanished immediately but was succeeded by a strong smell of burning oil and heated metal. I had a glad sound of moment.
You see, Watson? You see?
Me and Sherlock go into the Dr. Grisby Roy officer and fight him dead, and beside him a poisonous snake. Sherlock discovered that it was he who killed Mr. Helen's sister with the snake, and he tried to kill Helen but didn't work out.